But what about this next amazing individual? Daniel is heading to New York to meet a man who claims he doesn't feel pain like the rest of us. In fact, he subjects his body to all manner of torture to prove just that.
Comic book superheroes often have powers that keep their bodies unharmed and stop them from getting hurt. They can survive gunshot wounds, get thrown off a building, or take punch after punch and feel nothing. I'm here to meet a man who can apparently inflict horrific physical injuries to his body without spilling a drop of blood. That's because Tim Cridland is said to have completely conquered pain to become the pain-proof man. I've arranged to meet Tim on the cold streets of Manhattan. He claims he can block out pain that would make other men beg for mercy. It sounds amazing, but hard to believe.
Must be Daniel Browning Smith.
Oh, I guess you're Tim Cridland. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Allegedly, you're the pain-proof man. What's that all about?
Well, they call me that. I intend to demonstrate. I have all the same type of nerves and feelings that any normal person would, but I control the process of pain so that if I need to in a situation, I can take the feeling of pain and greatly diminish it till it's almost non-existent.
Pain is our body's warning system. It makes us react to potential or actual physical harm.
Oh, that looks scary, Tim.
Forearm.
Millions of years of evolution have programmed us to react to pain. It's almost impossible for a human to ignore. So I want to find out if Tim's claims are real, are just an illusion.
It's gonna go deep into the muscle, so deep, might rub against the bone before it pops out the other side.
So you're just going straight through your arm.
It's deep in there right now. Soon you'll see it come out the other side. See the skin begin to push away on the inside.
Oh, I see it. Man, that's unbelievable.
Amazingly, this is no illusion or magic trick. I'm actually watching a man push a 10-inch skewer through his arm.
You really did put it
You
right
see it's
through your
right through the very muscle of the forearm, deep inside there.
It's a gruesome demonstration, but it's the only way Tim can really display his ability to block out agonizing pain.
See, it's in there so deep, it's very difficult to pull out.
God. It doesn't seem real. I would think blood would just shoot out and you would pass out.
Although disturbing to watch, if I hadn't just seen it for myself, I wouldn't have believed it. Not only did Tim seem to withstand the pain of impaling his arm, but bizarrely there was no blood.
It is the real thing. You can see there's no
Wow.
way I could have faked that.
This goes against human biology. I want to know how this is possible. But first, I want to see what other people think of Tim's amazing ability.
This is the implement, sharpened piece of wire, surgical steel. Gonna put this through a strange part of my body.
As a young boy, Tim was fascinated by stories of Indian holy men who could endure extreme
The
pain.
real thing. So it's under the tongue.
By studying their techniques, Tim discovered he too could defy human biology and began pushing his own limits.
See, all angles, this is the real thing.
But this does not scientifically explain how he can tolerate so much physical pain. So I'm taking Tim to meet one of New York's leading pain experts to try and get to the bottom of this mind-blowing ability. I'm Daniel Browning Smith, and my journey has brought me to New York City to meet Tim Cridland. A man with a seemingly pain-proof body. I'm taking him to meet pain expert Dr. Josh Handt to find out if his powers are really superhuman.
So exactly what test are you gonna do?
The test we're going to do is called algometry, and to make it simple, it measures sensitivity, or pounds per square inch of pressure. So what we have here...
Every square inch of human skin is packed with over 400 pain receptors, but there's certain areas that are extra sensitive. Using the hard, narrow point of an algometer, Dr. Handt will attempt to find the limits of Tim's pain threshold. He'll apply increased pressure to a location on Tim's spine known for its sensitivity. If the pain gets too great, Tim can stop the test at any time by hitting the buzzer.
So are we ready, Tim?
Yeah, I'm ready.
The algometer here. So
The average pressure a human can withstand from the algometer pushing down in this area is between 80 and 110 pounds. So if Tim can reach a score in the 200 to 300 range, it will be incredible.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. All right, so this should be the most sensitive spot. We're going to be directly on what we call a spinous process. The point of the spine is sticking out, and we're going to be putting pressure directly in. And this is supposedly the sensitive area. So let's see what happens.
100 psi, 150 psi. Whoa, 200 psi, 250 psi, 300, 400.
Wow, this is unbelievable.
500. He is literally off the charts.
Yeah, no kidding.
600.
I may need some help pushing this thing down.
700. This is unbelievable.
What does that say?
781. It doesn't move anymore.
Unbelievable. I can't push any harder. Amazing. His body is responding to the pressure. You can see the red. But neurologically, his pain receptors must be used to the sensitivity. So let me save this.
All right, you got to save it.
This is one amazing thing.
Astonishingly, even with a hard, narrow point pressing directly on this highly sensitive part of the spine, Tim is able to withstand the weight of over 4 grown men. And Tim claims this incredible ability to block out pain is all due to the power of his mind.
I apply self-hypnosis and other techniques of attention redirection to take my attention away from pain, basically put the pain in my control, which actually causes my physical reaction to be different.
All right, and here we go. You ready?
Sure.
To find out if these claims are true, Dr. Handt will now conduct a test on Tim's autonomic nervous system to see if he really has the ability to override his body's biological reactions to pain.
All right, Tim, you can go ahead and take your hand out, and let's look at some of these results.
Okay.
And check this out.
The autonomic nervous system is an unconscious response mechanism. It controls the human body's natural reflexes according to our state of mind. When relaxed or asleep, it promotes healing. But if we're faced with harm, it triggers our fight or flight response.
This graph here is showing us two very simple things. On the bottom here, it shows your body's natural fight or flight response, or your body's healing and growing response. So between 80 and 100 is normal.
Right now, the white square shows Tim's body is currently in a typical state of calm. But Dr. Handt wants to measure how Tim's autonomic nervous system will react to pain.
When we do this next test, I can't wait to see what happens. If someone stuck a skewer in me, you better believe that I'm going to be off this chart. And I'm expecting you to go shoot all the way to the left towards that fight or flight. But if you go to that healing and growing response, I'm just going to think you're from another planet.
The autonomic nervous system is thought impossible to override. But is this the superhuman reason why Tim feels no pain and his body doesn't bleed?
Oh, God.
If he could control his body's biological reflexes as he pushes a skewer through his arm, it should prove he really has the power of mind over matter.
So in a normal human being, what would be going on in their body right now?
Your heart rate would be racing, your blood pressure would be increased, you'd probably be sweating profusely, and
With a skewer impelled through their arm, any normal person would react to the pain and begin to panic. This should trigger the autonomic nervous system to switch on the fight or flight response in an effort to protect itself. But how has Tim's body been affected?
that's unbelievable. that looks
That's unbelievable.
almost the same.
Looks like it hasn't even moved.
No, it doesn't look like it's moved.
Amazingly, Tim is able to block out the pain, and his body has not reacted to the skewer in his arm. Tim is able to access and override the instinctive biological system that controls our response to pain, and this is truly superhuman. Imagine if we could all learn Tim's incredible techniques. Could we one day put an end to chronic pain without the use of drugs or medical intervention?
If I were to stick a skewer in anybody's arm out there on the street today, their body would perceive pain. There's no doubt about it. Pain is a necessary gift that we have. You know, it lets us know something is wrong in the body. So the way you control your body's neurology is very fascinating. I think you have a lot to offer to the science community. I think it's completely amazing.
Tim Cridland uses his immense knowledge of the human anatomy to endure the seemingly unbearable. But there's no doubt his ability to block out the pain is superhuman.